Not another comic book review. 2 comic book reviews in 1 week. Edwin, what's going on with you? You're doing your thing, man. What's up, everybody? It's Edwin back again for Strictly Comics, and I have, yes, another comic book review for all of you YouTubers. This is a little bit different. Didn't really think that I was going to do a comic book review on this issue, let alone grab this issue off the shelf, but I am reviewing Transformers Windblade issue number 1. Now, this issue is written by Mairghread Scott, and the illustration, the artwork is done by Sarah Stone. As I said, I wasn't even going to pick up this issue. And to be honest with you guys, after Dark Cybertron, I give Dark Cybertron like a C+ rating. I give it like maybe a 3.5 at best overall for the entire story arc. I wasn't that impressed with it. There was a lot of dialogue in some parts. There was, it was just, I don't know, it didn't blow my socks off. And to be honest with you guys, I actually made a decision that I was going to drop Transformers, both titles from IDW, off of my pull list. But when I was in the comic book store and I seen this, I started flipping through it and I saw the colors and I saw the prettiness and I saw the artwork by this person who I didn't even know, Sarah Stone. I just fell in love with her artwork. Her artwork is absolutely gorgeous. I was completely and thoroughly impressed by her colors, by her detail, by her lines. Not all of her lines, her inking is in black. Sarah Stone is an amazing artist, and I really hope to see more of her. I know that this is only a 4-issue miniseries. I hope that she comes on board for more Transformer issues after this one, because I think she does a fantastic job, and not just for her artwork doesn't just do a good job for older readers, but it actually does a good job for new readers because it has a new flavor to it. I thought that her artwork was very, very refreshing, because in past issues you have sometimes 3 artists working on one book, and you might not always like all of those artists that are working on the book. So Sarah Stone definitely gets a 5 out of 5 for the artwork. Now, this is the continuation of Dark Cybertron. It actually takes place about 6 months later. And what we see here is we kind of get into some character development of Windblade, a little bit about who she is. She's very loyal to whoever kingdom that she is in. She actually is reminded and reminds even her colleagues that Starscream is the one that is in charge, and that we all really need to listen to him and do what he says, because at this point Starscream is the ruler of Cybertron. He was voted by, the Cybertronians to be their leader, and that's what he's trying to do. We also find out that she is what's called a city speaker of Metroplex. Metroplex just finished Dark Cybertron. He's very, very low on power, and actually at this point he's actually in city mode, which also puts him as the only running city currently on Cybertron. Starscream wants to rebuild Iacon, but I think at this point some of the Cybertronians are looking to spend their time and their resources in other places. We also see that, and here's just some more beautiful, beautiful artwork by Sarah Stone. One of the things that I really completely loved about her was her facial expressions. And then here's one in that middle panel. Some really good facial expressions from Sarah Stone. So she just does a fantastic job. She doesn't know Starscream. She wants to find out a little bit more about him, because he just rubs her the wrong way. Something is just off with him. And she asks Ironhide what he thinks about Starscream. And Ironhide kind of gives some wise advice. He says that you don't find out about somebody by asking their enemies, you ask their friends. And she ends up doing that. She ends up getting into a bar and she ends up, you know, kind of drinking with everybody a little bit. And after everybody's had, you know, a few drinks, she starts asking about Starscream, and it just starts to come out of everybody. They're just like, oh, I don't like him. He's a, you know, egotistical, selfish individual. You know, all he cares about is himself. He doesn't care about Cybertron or anything. And this just like blows her mind. She comes to the conclusion that Starscream, and it says right here, he cares for nothing and no one but himself. So after she goes out of the bar, a large explosion takes place. And keep in mind, at this point, there's like a lot of peace going on. There's not any fighting. The Autobots and the Decepticons are cohabitating with one another. And a lot of that has to do because the energon levels are really low on Cybertron, and not very many people just have the energy to waste on fighting. So there's this peaceful era right now with the Autobots and the Decepticons. She is hospitalized. She needs surgery. She was trying to investigate why within certain parts of Metroplex he's actually losing energy. You know, that's where our story really takes place, is her investigation of our protagonist. Like I said, this artwork is just amazing, and not only is the artwork done by a female, but the story is about a female Transformer, and the story is written by a female. So this is definitely good for any potential females looking to get into some Transformer comic books. I think it might be a good jumping on point for new readers, especially new female readers. It's definitely a good pickup. And my rating for this book, you guys, is a 5 out of 5. This was a fantastic issue. That's it, everybody. That's my review of Transformers Windblade issue number 1. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share. I always appreciate it. And as always, you guys, make sure you keep God number 1 in your life. Enjoy your comic books, and God bless you guys. I'm out of here.